So there's a guy named Yovany Gonzalez. He's a mortgage consultant working for Wells Fargo. And he's got a daughter named Mackenzie. Turns out she's sick and she's got cancer. She needs really expensive surgery. So Wells Fargo winds up asking about her to this guy. And United Healthcare, who's their healthcare provider, also asking apparently a lot of questions. And they apparently made several references to the cost of her treatment, etc. And then a couple of days before she's about to get her expensive surgery, they fire her. Now, as I first started reading the story, I think, you know what, maybe they fired him for something else, and he thinks it's because of this, and, you know, does Wells Fargo really care that much to save United Healthcare money, etc. But then when you read into the details of the story, it only gets worse for Wells Fargo. So first of all, what's the technical reason they fired him? They said that he didn't fill out his timesheet right. That is the #1 reason given when you want to fire someone and have no other reason. Okay, I mean, you want to talk about a BS excuse to fire someone? It doesn't get any more BS that you didn't fill out your timesheet right. Come on. That is unbelievable. Now, the second part that makes his story much more credible, and he's now suing them, very rightfully so, okay, is that even if you're fired, you're supposed to get COBRA. You have the option to get health care right afterwards. Say somehow, oops, we couldn't wind up sending you the COBRA materials until 90 days later. Oh, was it too late for the surgery for your daughter? Oh, golly gee.
This is no joke. His daughter died. The hospital canceled her surgery 3 days before it was supposed to happen because he got fired. His daughter died. And this is something that, it's not an isolated incident. This is happening throughout the country. And it just shows you that corporations have no soul. Big companies have no soul. They don't care. They think about their bottom line. It's the job of the government to regulate these companies to make sure that they do the right thing. And in cases like this, Wells Fargo did not do the right thing.
Now, to give you a sense of how much they screwed this guy over, not only is his daughter dead, I mean, you don't even need to say anything else, but he can't even sell securities anymore. That was his job because he was fired from Wells Fargo, and they said, oh, you know, because you've been fired from that job, you can't do that anymore. So now he gets less money at the next job as well. I mean, they destroyed this guy's life. It's not because the company is immoral. This is what you have to understand. They are machines. They are legal fictions. We have created them, and they have taken over. They are supposed to be, and they are amoral, meaning they don't give a damn about morals. Not good morals, bad morals, it doesn't matter. They don't have emotions. They have to make every last nickel. And if that means your daughter dies so that they can make a little bit more money, well then that's what it means. And what do? We handed our government over to these machines. So it's one thing to say, hey, corporations exist, but we got to keep a tight check on them, make sure that they don't run out of control and that they have some bounds, so they don't pollute, for example, so they don't cheat on Wall Street, etc. You gotta have some rules. We've taken away the rules. What we've done is, have at it, Hoss. Do whatever you like. All you gotta do is give some campaign contributions to politicians, and then you can ruin the lives of your employees mercilessly, any way you like. Now, they'll have to go to court and they'll have to figure out if these charges are right and his allegations are true. But right now on the surface, it looks devastating. When are we gonna get tired of it, man? When are we as citizens going to say enough is enough? We can't let these machines run our lives. In this case, they're literally killing us. But you got guys like Mitt Romney saying, no, corporations are people, my friend. And then, you know, they did that ad against Mitt Romney, the Bain ad where the guy's wife dies. And even I said, well, you know, it's a little unfair. She died 5 years later and people get laid off and stuff. But look at it in the context of this story. You get laid off, and sometimes when you lose your health insurance, your family members die. And a lot of times, as with Bain trashing those companies, or in this case, you didn't have to get laid off. It wasn't like, hey, what can you do? It was a horse and buggy, and now we got cars, and you had to get laid off. No. Oh, your daughter's sick? Oh, yeah, I'm really concerned. Let me ask you a couple questions. Oh, that sounds really expensive. You're fired. And she can go, I can't believe she's dead. It's God damn it. Alan Grayson did the speech where he said they want you to die and they want you to die quickly. And in this case, it was literally true. They're like, well, look, if she can't get the surgery, she's going to die pretty quickly, which she did, by the way. She died pretty damn quickly because the cancer had taken over her body. And they think, oh, whoops, we sent you the Cobra thing 90 days late, and then your daughter passed away. Oh well, we got to save you more money. And then on top of that, they took his life insurance away because he was fired, so he didn't have life insurance for his family, so he doesn't get that either. Man, I don't. And then they wonder why people, you know, and the grief they gave Alan Grayson for that speech. When Alan Grayson made that speech, the Republicans lost. How dare you? How could you? And the media went right along with it. Alan Grayson, he is so radical. He is so unacceptable. Remember, in polite company, when companies kill people, we shut up about it because we all get paid by them. We're not supposed to be, our society and our country is not supposed to be run this way. And, you know, they talk about the Founding Fathers. Are you kidding me? Did you ever read the Founding Fathers, what they said about banks, what their warnings about corporations back then? If they saw this, this is their national nightmare come true.